Ladies and gentlemen of the living realm, spiritual entities, ghosts, ghouls, spectres, and curious spectators. The Spook Street Cemetery Corporation is proud to present the second annual Halloween Corpus. Please welcome your host, the one and only Hal Weeny.
Hello, it's me, it's Hal Weeny. I'm back. I said I'd be back at the end of the last Halloween Corpus, didn't I? Well, here I am again. It's Halloween night. It's come back round. It's that one night of the year where us here in the spirit world, we communicate with you in the living world and we all have a right old laugh. A really spooky good laugh. And guess what? This year, I've got my song. I'm going to sing a song on my own for the first time ever. Let me just find my mandolin. Oh, there it is. Right, here we go. Cut the backing music and say, this is the Hal Weeny song. Yeah! My name's Hal Weeny, I'm the ghost. Halloween's the time of year that I love the most. I like to have a laugh and tell spooky jokes. Lots of clean fun cause I'm a decent bloke. Oh yeah, I'm a supernatural entity, but there's no need to be afraid of me. My name's Hal Weeny, I'm the ghost, and I'm your host. Yeah, that was it. That was the Hal Weeny song, eh? What do you think about that? Hey, took me a whole year to write it. Took me quite a while to just get the lyrics right, but I think in the end it came out okay, right? Well, anyway, I reckon it's about time we got some proper musicians on, eh? Hey, I think it's about time your old host Hal Weeny played some music, eh? Spooky tunes by the undead. Well, the formula's changed slightly this year. Okay, you remember last year all the ghosts were unsigned. It was a smorgasbord of independent artists. Well, this year I'm very happy to say that the Halloween Corpus is now owned by the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation, a truly wonderful organisation providing employment and social mobility to the spirit world. And this year, all of the music played on the Halloween Corpus will be artists signed to the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation record label. Right, well, now that we've got that out of the way, let's play some music. Here's the first tune of the evening. The fun begins here. It's Halloween night. This is the first song of the Halloween Corpus Volume 2. This is Tisha The Banshee with Halloween is Spooky, Spooky Time. Yeah, let's roll it.
Halloween is spooky, spooky time. Halloween is spooky, spooky time. Halloween is spooky time. Halloween is spooky, 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 spooky time. Halloween is spooky time. Boys and girls, they trick or treat. All boys and girls. Halloween is spooky, spooky time. Halloween is spooky, spooky time.
Okay, that was really something. That was Tisha the Banshee with Halloween is spooky, spooky time. And you know what? Tisha the Banshee, she just happens to be the sister of Spook Street Cemetery CEO Frank Bogeyman Jr. Funny coincidence that, isn't it, eh? Hey, who'd have thought? Right, well, if you're just tuning in, this is the Halloween Corpus Volume 2. We got a whole spooky night of Halloween tunes for you. Brought to you by the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation record label. Speaking of which, the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation has insisted that I have a co-host this year. Here he is, right here in the studio. I've never met the bloke, but, well, you want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
Why, hello, Hal Weeny. My name is Grave Diggory.
Right, well, nice to meet you, Grave Diggory. Well, why don't you tell everyone listening to the Halloween Corpus how you became a ghost?
Oh, well, you see, that's quite the tale. I was panning for gold during the rush of 1845, and I fell in the river.
Well, that's it. You just fell in the river and died.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I mean, not being funny, Grave Diggory, but that's a slightly anticlimactic anecdote you just told me. You set it up really well. I was picturing a prospector in the Old West during the Great American Gold Rush. I thought it might have been an epic tale of adventure and banditry, but really you were just a bit clumsy.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was relevant how I died. The point is, I'm a ghost.
All right, well, forget about that. Look, do you know any songs or any jokes? Any, spooky jokes?
Why, as a matter of fact, I do know one. Spooky joke. Here goes, let me tell it. Why is a pumpkin orange? Because it grows in a Protestant.
Seriously? All right, two things, Grave Diggory. Firstly, pumpkins don't grow in conventional pots, all right? Possibly a grow bag that's in a sunny position with moisture-retentive soil, but still you'd have to be a really experienced veg grower to pull it off. And secondly, we don't really like to make sectarian gags here at the Halloween Corpus, all right? I like to think that that's sort of a thing of the past here.
Well, I'm sorry, Hal Weeny. You see, my sense of humor is rooted in 1840s America.
Right, well, it's probably a good idea if you don't tell any more jokes then. You could potentially offend a lot of people.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Why don't we have a bit more music? Do you want to introduce this next one, Grave Diggory?
Why, I'd be right happy to, Hal Weeny. Okay, well, now we have a young band who are the most recent sign-in to the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation record label. I'm told they're a cheeky indie band who I'm sure will be big stars in the future.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about this band, right, is the drummer just happens to be the nephew of Spook Street Cemetery Corporation CEO Frank Bogeyman Jr. What a coincidence, eh? What are the chances of that? Roll it, anyway, let's roll it.
Okay, well, as I was saying, this is a little tune called I Don't Know Any Ghost Here by the Coffin Lads. I was a popular kid, coolest in school, but then I crashed my new car in Liverpool. I don't know any ghost here.
He don't know any ghost here.
Well, I was killed instantly, thus I became a spiritual entity. But it's so lame, cause I don't know any ghost here.
He don't know any ghost.
I told some ghouls of my plight, full of despair. They say it's friendly up north, but nobody cared. I don't know any ghost here.
He don't know any ghost here.
I asked a phantom his name, he ignored me. I asked a spectre the time, but he vanished instantly. I don't know any ghost here.
He don't know any ghost.
If I died in Birmingham, I'd
pity. She said, I'll show you the best time you've ever had in this city. And now I know every ghost here now he knows. Every ghost, ooh, 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 oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, oh yeah. Ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wasn't that a great little ditty? That was I Don't Know Any Ghost Here by the Coffin Lads. Me and Hal are going to be right back with more spooky fun right after this commercial break.
No! I told you we don't have adverts on the Halloween Corpus.
Hal, I'm just reading what's in front of me. Help me out here, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, a commercial break. Are you a ghost that thinks outside the box? Are you a spirit with a highbrow sense of humour that goes over the heads of your associates? Are you a spectre mocked for your choice of tattoos, with so-called friends constantly pointing out that tattoos are permanent, but taste in graphic design is not? Are you a phantom who, when walking through non-gentrified provincial parts of town, gets abuse shouted at you from strangers because of your choice of knitwear and facial hair? Well, it sounds like you'd enjoy Spook Street Cemetery Brewery IPA. Who cares how it tastes when it has an eye-catching illustration on the can? Don't drink the mainstream way. Drink the Spook Street Cemetery Brewery IPA way. Spook Street Cemetery Brewery IPA. Available now at a supermarket near you. In small batches, of course.
Are you a ghost wanting to put a little spice back into your marriage or long-term partnerships this Halloween? Are things getting a little cobwebbed under the sheets? Well, it sounds like you could do with a little Spook Street Cemetery Pharmaceuticals Love Potion number 10. Here's what some of our customers had to say about it.
Oh, it was nice. Oh, I thought that things had, well, just about dried up in that department. Me and my husband, we hadn't, for centuries. But my word, Spook Street Cemetery Pharmaceuticals Love Potion number 10 fixed all that in a jiffy. Isn't that right, Gordon?
Hey, what's that, Beryl?
The thing.
Oh, aye. Yeah, that definitely works. I can tell you.
You see, so why not try it out yourself and get freaky this Halloween with Spook Street Cemetery Pharmaceuticals Love Potion number 10. La la.
Spook Street Cemetery Pharmaceuticals cannot be held responsible for any loss of limbs, psychotic episodes, loss of eyesight, sprouting of fur, or growing of leaves caused as a side effect of Spook Street Cemetery Pharmaceuticals Love Potion number 10. The Spook Street Cemetery Corporation reserves the right to throw any written complaints into the bin. Please enjoy responsibly.
Well, it's Halloween night. This is the Halloween Corpus, and I am co-host Grave Diggory here with the one and only Hal Weeny. And, well, we are having a spooktacular time. Ain't that right, Hal? That's the expression you use, ain't it?
Stop talking, Grave Diggory.
Okay, well, Hal, why don't you tell everyone what's coming up next?
All right, well, guess what? Next up, this is really exciting. We've got a special guest in, and it's none other than my dad. My dad, Harry Weeny, is here. But, ladies and gentlemen, you got to bear with him a little bit because he is literally ancient. But anyway, give him a big round of applause. Welcome him onto the Halloween Corpus, my father, Harry Weeny.
Hello, is my microphone working? Can you hear me?
Yeah, your microphone's working, Dad, don't worry. So, are you enjoying the music so far?
What? A racing car? Sorry, you're going to have to speak up, pal. What are you saying to me?
Do you like the songs that they've played so far? They're really great, aren't they?
They're okay,
yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. Well, look, Dad, why don't you tell all of the listeners of the Halloween Corpus what I used to be like when I was a little boy?
What? Helen of Troy? What's she got to do with this? You speak no sense, boy. You're a very strange little man.
All right, Dad, no need for that. I said, what was I like when I was a little boy? When I was a young'un, a little kid, a ween.
Ah, okay, right. Well, you smelt weird. You still smell a bit weird, but back when you were a kid, you smelled really weird.
Okay, Dad, I think that's enough.
A bit like if you fried an egg in weed killer, didn't turn on the extractor fan or open any windows, and then let the smell permeate the entire house. And then imagine if you walk into this odour for the first time, having lived in a meticulously clean home. That's pretty much what you smelled like as a child.
Crikey, I knew this was a mistake getting you in.
What about the cake tin?
Oh, nothing. My dad, everybody, Mr. Harry Weeny.
What do you mean I'm going to marry Jeff Tweedy?
Okay, look, off you go, Dad. The exit's just there. Go on. My word.
Ta-ta. Farewell.
Grave Diggory!
Yes?
Play another song.
That's a wonderful idea. Now, we have a song by a talented singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist. This guy is one half of the Spook Street Cemetery Jazz Combo, head of accounts at the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation, and a close friend of our beloved CEO, Frank Bogeyman Jr. This
You know,
is...
there really does seem to be a bit of a common theme between all these people that are signed to this Spook Street Cemetery Corporation record label. Don't you think, Grave Diggory?
Well, I have no idea what you're implying, Hal Weeny. As I was saying, this is Djanko Babjic with his great tune, Light My Jack-O-Lantern. Wee-hoo!
You're dancing with a goblin. I felt much pain in my heart. You make eyes onto a werewolf, and you stare him very hard. You give kisses to a zombie, but you only give me tears. Will you light my jack-o'-lantern? I beg you and saying please. You went to dinner with the Yeti, giving him your bedding eyes. You were courting with a centaur, and he took you for a ride. You had a buzzer by the moment, but with me you are a freeze. Will you light my jack-o'-lantern? I beg you and saying please. A goblin. I felt much pain in my heart. You make eyes onto a werewolf, and you stare him very hard. You give kisses to a zombie, but you only give me tears. Will you light my jack-o'-lantern? I beg you and saying please. You went to dinner with the Yeti, giving him your bedding eyes. You're courting with a centaur, and he took you for a ride. Your heart buzzed by the moment, but with me you are a freeze. Will you light my jack-o'-lantern? I beg you and saying please. Will you light my jack-o'-lantern? I beg you and saying
please. Hello, welcome back to the Halloween Corpus, Volume 2. That was Djanko Babjic with Light My Jack-O'-Lantern. Okay, well now we're gonna...
Wait, Hal Weeny, I've just remembered.
What have you remembered, Grave Diggory?
A song.
What song?
You asked me if I knew a song earlier. I've remembered one.
Oh, right, okay, well, go on then, sing it. Oh, I'm excited. Is it a really scary song?
Well, it sure is, Hal. My granddaddy used to sing it to me, and I've remembered it for all of these years. Here I go. Whoa, pussycat, you have gone catch the mouse. You gone catch the mouse in your jaw. I know that you're hungry, you got to be fed, but you can't leave a mouse on my door. Whoa, pussycat, you have gone catch the mouse. You gone catch the mouse with your paw. I know that you're hungry, you got to be fed, but you can't leave a mouse on my door. No, you can't leave a mouse on my door. Woo!
Well, that wasn't even remotely spooky in any way, Grave Diggory. Apart from the grammar, you do know it's caught a mouse, not catched a mouse. Try again, Grave Diggory. Make it spooky this time.
Okay, Hal, I take your point. Well, let me, oh, I know. Let me try this. Well, spooky cat, you have gone catch a mouse. You gone
Stop!
Why, what is it, Hal?
Well, you can't just add the word spooky into a song to make it spooky. Try again, Grave Diggory. Really try and make it spooky.
Okay, Hal. Well, I think I know just what to do. Was spooky cat, you have gone catch the mouse. You gone catch that mouse in your jaw. Well, I know that you're hungry, you got to be fed, but you can't leave a mouse at my door. Well, what did you think of that, Hal? Spooky?
Okay, well, all you did there was just change it to a minor key, slow it down, and swap out the banjo for an accordion.
Well, I don't know what more I can do to it, Hal. I mean, what?
Make it spooky!
Okay. All right, Hal Weeny, you want spooky? I'll give you spooky. Ahem.
Yes, Grave Diggory, that was the one! That was really spooky, that was amazing! I'd even go as far to say it was petrifying! What a great addition to the Halloween corpus! Excellent work, Grave Diggory!
Well, thank you, Hal Weeny. Now, that really means a lot.
Right, well, should we move on to the next number then? What's coming on next, Grave Diggory?
Well, we're in for a real special treat, Hal Weeny. You know, as a matter of fact, it's not a song coming up next, but a special message from our beloved CEO, Mr. Frank Bogeyman Jr.
Oh, are you joking, are you? Oh. All right, then, let's see what this is going to be then.
Hi there. My name is Frank Bogeyman Jr., and I am CEO of the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation. This has been a family business for 3 generations, founded by my grandfather, Earl Bogeyman, as the Spook Street Cemetery Hotel, a refuge for lost spirits. It was then inherited, and kept the same, by my father, Frank Bogeyman Sr., but that was the past, and both men have now passed over into the great unknown, having completed their unfinished business in the spirit world. Now the company has fallen into my hands, and I'm looking towards the future. What started off as merely a hostel for vagabond spirits is now, under my leadership, a huge corporate entity covering the pharmaceutical, entertainment, and hospitality sectors, plus many, many more. I now provide hundreds of thousands of spirits with a job and security. Plus, my most recent venture has been providing label and promotional services for talented musicians too. But don't take my word for it. Listen to what a couple of my employees have to say.
Working at the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation is great. I get to have a long weekend away once every 2 years, and I've even been trusted with my own set of keys.
Well, I love working at the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation. I've been driving a forklift here for 20 years. Frank Bogeyman Jr. is a real great man, a real man's man. He's the only one with the guts to tell it how it is nowadays. I swear he should run for president of the spirit world.
So there you have it, straight from the workhorses' mouths. We here at the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation are building a brighter, safer, and more stable tomorrow for all of the spirit world. Thank you, and enjoy this edition of the Halloween Corpus.
Hello, welcome back to the Halloween Corpus. I'm Hal Weeny. So, look, can we get back to actually playing music now?
The telephone appears to be ringing, Hal Weeny.
Right, well, are you going to answer that, or am I?
I'll get it, Hal. Woohoo! Ain't this exciting? We got a caller here at the Halloween Corpus. I wonder who this could be. Hello, you are live and on the air.
Guess who?
Oh my, is this who I think it is?
Well, that depends. Do you think it's Frank Bogeyman Jr.? If so, you're right on the money.
Well, holy Rivermouth. Why isn't this a special occasion, ladies and gentlemen? We have none other than the beloved CEO of the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation on the line, Mr. Frank Bogeyman Jr., the man who made this year's Halloween Corpus possible. How are you on this fine Halloween, good sir?
Oh, I'm doing just great, Grave Diggory. I'm loving the show so far. I'm having a truly spooktacular time, as Hal Weeny would say.
Look, I literally just said that off the cuff once last year. I don't see why it's become synonymous with me.
Don't be rude, Hal.
Oh, it's okay, Grave Diggory. Oh, Hal Weeny, you're such a hoot. All right, listen, fellas. The reason I've called you this evening is to request a little song.
Well, we don't actually really do requests at the Halloween Corpus, I'm afraid.
Well, surely we can make an exception, Hal. I mean, come on, this is Frank Bogeyman Jr. after all.
All right, then, what do you want?
Well, actually, I'd like you to play a song I first heard on last year's Halloween Corpus, when you were just a tiny little independent show with a tiny little minuscule listenership in the living world. You know, this song is actually what first got me interested in taking over. I mean, becoming involved with the Halloween Corpus in the first place. It's a little tune called Yeti and Nessie by the Spook Street Cemetery Jazz Combo, which, by the way, features my good friend and head of accounts, Djanko Babjic, on vocals.
Ooh, why, that's an excellent choice, sir. We'll play it right away.
Oh, thanks. Now take care, guys. Have a happy Halloween.
Thank you so much, sir. Happy Halloween to you, too. Well, how about that, Hal Weeny? The CEO of the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation himself, making personal phone calls to us. You must be so honored.
Yeah, really honored. Look, listen, Grave Diggory, I need to, pop out for a few minutes. Are you alright to just hold the fort on your own here for a bit?
I don't see why not.
Great, see you in a bit.
Okay then, folks. Well, requested by the great, kind, and brilliant CEO, Mr. Frank Bogeyman Jr., this is Yeti and Nessie by the Spook Street Cemetery Jazz Combo. Enjoy! Woohoo!
Hello, listeners, are you there? It's me, it's Hal Weeny. You must have clocked on with what's happening by now. I've been taken over by the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation. They're forcing me to play adverts and only showcase all the rubbish that's signed to their record label. It all started last year when I foolishly played this song called Yeti and Nessie by the Spook Street Cemetery Jazz Combo. Frank Bogeyman Jr. got wind of this because his mate's in the band or something, and next thing I know, he's completely infiltrated the Halloween Corpus. I don't know what he's trying to achieve, and I don't know what his end goal is, but what I know for certain is that he's a corrupt gangster who cares about making money and nothing else, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Big Bobby H. Lobster, you remember him from last year?
Hey.
He's hacked into the mainframe for me, so I'm able to put out this pirate broadcast.
Alright, you should be good to go now, Hal. But we don't got much time, okay?
Thanks, Bobby. Right, this is it. I'm gonna play some real music by some proper unsigned spirits, proper spooky music. That's what the true spirit of Halloween Corpus is all about, and no interruption by bloody adverts. Let's get rolling. Returning from last year, we got a new song by the ghost of Mickey O'Donnell entitled More to Be the Breaker. Here we go. Marta ran away. Marta warned of new frontiers. Yesterday, yesterday. If I lift a finger, if I run around, Marta be the breaker. Make me smile, make me smile. Marta left me hanging, but I'll be okay. Marta be the breaker. Make my day, 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 make my Well, how was that, eh? How was that? What do you think about that? My word, it feels good to be playing actual, decent, unsigned, independent, spooky music again. How we doing on time, Big Bobby?
Well, it looks like the Spook Street Cemetery security has picked up on the broadcast intrusion, Hal. I think we can hold them off for a few more minutes or so.
Right then, we can't waste any time. Here's a song by the ethereal spirit Gwendolyn. And right after that, I'm going to play a new song called Rome Alona by the ghost of Toya Nakazawa. My word, that was really something, eh? A tune by Gwendolyn there entitled... Well, actually, I don't think it even has a title. You see, anything goes when you're not signed to a label. And after that, Rome Alona by the ghost of Toya Nakazawa. How are we doing on time, Bobby?
Spook Street Corporation radio engineers are on to us, Hal. Any minute now, we're going to be shut down.
Well, in that case, then, we've got time for one more song. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the realm of the living or the dead, turn your speakers up as far as they'll go for this next one. This is a tune called Undead Family Tree by the powerhouse trio known as Ghoul's Fold. Happy Halloween!
You are my undead daughter, oh yeah, you are my undead son. You are my undead father, oh yeah, you are my undead mom. You are my undead nephew, oh yeah, you are my undead niece. You are an undead branch grown from my undead family tree. 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 You are my undead daughter, oh yeah, you are my undead son. You are my undead father, oh yeah, you are my undead mom. You are my undead nephew, oh yeah, you are my undead niece. You are an undead branch grown from my undead family tree. Undead family tree. Undead family tree. Undead family tree. Undead family tree.
Oh my word! Undead Family Tree there by Ghoul's Fold. That's got me real pumped up. What a banger of a song that was.
Hal, I can't hold this out any longer. 10 seconds and the regular broadcast is going to resume.
Well, this is it then. Long live unsigned music. May it always be spooky.
5 seconds, Hal.
Long may the Halloween corpus be independent and advert free.
1 second, Hal.
Happy Halloween!
Hello? Hello? Hello, are we back on the air? Okay. Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the Halloween Corpus. We're experiencing a few technical difficulties for which we apologize, but as I understand it, we are back. The issues have been resolved, and here's Hal Weeny again now. Hello, Hal Weeny.
Hiya. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had to use the restroom.
Oh, no problem, Hal. There's someone very special here to see you. None other than the wonderful CEO of the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation, Mr. Frank Bogeyman Jr.
Oh, Hal Weeny, you are in trouble. Did you think you'd get away with your little stunt?
You see, Grave Diggory is head of my personal security force. He alerted me straight away to your little pirate broadcast intrusion.
Shame on you, Grave Diggory. I knew you were a bit boring, but I never took you for a traitor.
I'm sorry, Hal. It was nothing personal. Maybe in different circumstances we could have been...
Oh, quit with the sentimentality, Grave Diggory. Go wait outside. That Neanderthal Big Bobby H. Lobster is still on the loose.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, Frank Bogeyman Jr., face to face, ghost to ghost, why me? Why did you choose to infiltrate the Halloween Corpus? Why didn't you just let it be? You couldn't care less about music.
I'll tell you the reason. We all know that tonight is the one night a year where we in the spirit world can communicate with the living. But you, Hal Weeny, you have a unique gift. I don't know how you do it, but somehow you're able to put out radio broadcasts to the living realm's airwaves every Halloween. As soon as Djanko Babjic told me about this, I knew I needed a piece of it. I knew that this was a gold mine for advertising.
So that's what all this is about? You just want to hijack the Halloween Corpus so you can advertise to the living?
Oh, Hal Weeny, I don't know which you're more of, dumb or naive. I'm no small-time businessman, okay? You have no idea the scale of my plan. I've been working my employees to the bone every hour God sends without bathroom breaks, all for one reason. To make it Halloween every night of the year. Think about it, Hal. I'm going to be able to advertise my products to the living via their radio waves, not just on Halloween night, but every single day of every single month of every single year for eternity. I'm going to be the wealthiest supernatural entity that's ever existed. I'm going to be on the cover of GQ. I'll be on the Forbes rich list. I may even have a supermodel wife from a former Yugoslavian country.
You're a complete psychopath, Frank. The realm of the living and the realm of the dead are in perfect balance. That's why we can only communicate with them one night a year on the 31st of October. If we crossed boundaries every day, then all hell would break loose. The universe would collapse in on itself.
Okay, that's just environmentalist fear-mongering. I have it on good authority that there's only low to moderate risk that my plan will cause major upset to the space-time continuum. Now there's only one thing that stands in my way, and that's you, Hal Weeny. You know, I take real pleasure in killing you, but I can't because, you know, we're already dead, obviously. But I can banish you to purgatory, and in doing so
You'll absorb my power to put out broadcasts to the living.
Exactly.
You'll never get away with it, Frank. A bloody huge international ghost law violation like that. The spirit police will arrest you within seconds.
Well, it just so happens that I have a little deal with the law enforcement phantom, so I think I'll get away with it just fine.
And then what, eh? Listen, Frank, I use my powers to provide a platform to the independent artists of the spirit realm, so that one night a year they can be heard by the living. No terms, no conditions, no tricks, only treats. You'll just use it to peddle your toxic consumer goods that nobody needs. And your workforce will keep on suffering in silence.
Oh, please, spare me the I'm so alternative and righteous routine, Hal Weeny. I'm just giving the people what they want, and I'm creating jobs and wealth to boot.
No, you're not. You're just giving them what makes you the most money for the least effort, and it goes round in circles. You make the most money, so you have the biggest platform, and then what you put out becomes the mainstream that people want more of, and the interesting stuff remains on the fringes because the string pullers like you aren't prepared to take any risks. Well, I am prepared. I've got nothing to lose and nothing to gain. I just like music. That's all there is to it. And this is the one night a year when the unsigned spiritual entities can get their message out there to the living. And I'll go to the ends of the earth to facilitate that, you corporate waistcoat-wearing fucking sellout.
Okay, are you quite finished, Hal? Well then get ready for the eternal black abyss of purgatory. How's that for a Halloween treat? Any last words, Hal Weeny?
Long live the Halloween Corpus!
Oh my god, that is so lame.
Wait! Stop this! I say stop this right now!
Dad? What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, who is this decrepit old man? Are you some kind of big shot? Am I, supposed to know who you are?
My name is Harry Weeny. I'm Hal's father, and let me tell you something, Frank. You're not worthy of the Bogeyman name. I was a close personal friend of your father and grandfather, and they'd be bloody well ashamed if they knew what you were doing to the business they founded. When I first became a ghost, the only place that took me in and gave me a bed and a good cup of hot toddy was the Spook Street Cemetery Hotel for lost spirits. But you've turned a dignified and ethical organization into a corrupt, evil empire that could potentially destroy the universe. But even worse than all that, you threatened my son. There's no way I'm going to let you get away with this, Frank.
Dad, it's no use. None of us can do anything now. He's far too powerful.
Well, that's the first sensible thing you said all night, Hal Weeny.
Well, in actual fact, this wicked Frank Bogeyman Jr. has no real power at all. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even own the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation.
What?
Let me tell the full tale. Over the years and decades, I became a close personal friend to Frank Bogeyman Sr., and after I completed my studies in ghost legislation, I became executor to the Bogeyman estate. As we all know, Frank Bogeyman Sr. passed into the great unknown, having completed his business in the spirit world. However, he left no will. I thought this very bizarre, and my suspicions were aroused straight away. So I decided to conduct a little investigation of my own. I discovered a shredded copy of the last will and testament from Frank Bogeyman Sr. in the waste paper basket of none other than this little wretch here.
Hang on. You mean Frank Bogeyman Jr. destroyed his own father's last will and testament? Why would you do that?
Okay, look, I have no idea what you're talking about, okay?
Well, I painstakingly glued the pieces of the will back together. Let me read it to you. I, Frank Bogeyman Sr., explicitly instruct upon my passing into the great unknown the ownership of our treasured family business, the Spook Street Cemetery Hotel, to go to the executor of our estate, in the hope he will continue its legacy as an institution providing hospitality for lost spirits. Not under any circumstances should ownership be bequeathed unto my greedy little toe rag of a son, Frank Bogeyman Jr. Even I don't like him and I'm his father. Signed and dated, Frank Bogeyman Sr.
Wait, so this means...
Yes, son. I am in fact the owner of the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation.
Oh my God, why did I not just burn that will instead of shredding it? How could I be so stupid?
Also, I took the liberty of having a look at your accounts and things don't quite add up. Looks like you haven't been paying your fair share to the Spirit Realm Revenue and Customs, have you, Frank Bogeyman Jr.? I'll ensure that this is evenly distributed amongst your workforce as compensation for all their hours of unpaid labour. According to the ancient spirit laws of work and pensions, an employer has the right to banish any employee into purgatory if, beyond any reasonable doubt, the employee has destroyed legal documentation and enabled corruption. This leaves me, as the owner of the Spook Street Cemetery Corporation, with only one choice. Hal?
Yes, Dad?
Pass me the spell book, and I shall rid the world of this demon once and for all.
Oh, well, yeah, the spell book, right. The spell book. It's round here somewhere. Just let me have a rummage.
Yes, time sort of is of the essence right now, boy.
Ah, there it is. Here you go, Dad. Finish him off.
No, stop this.
O powers of night, by spirits in flight.
Don't you dare.
'Tis the night of Halloween.
I swear to God, I'll sue you.
Fling this mischief-making devil.
No, please have mercy.
Onto purgatory.
Well, thanks, Dad. Cheers for that. Got me out of a real tight one there.
Sorry, son, you're going to have to speak up a bit.
I said thank you, Dad.
Oh, no problem, son. Listen, you may smell like Chernobyl in the middle of a heat wave, but you're my boy. And I know how much this Halloween Corpus lark means to you.
You're the greatest father a ghost could ask for.
What? What's this about a task force?
Never mind, Dad. Wasn't important.
Hello? Can I come back in?
Grave Diggory! You got some nerve showing your face here after what you did.
Look, I'm sorry, Hal. I know you have every right to be angry with me, and I'm sorry I betrayed you. But I had to do my job with, well, state pension being what it is these days. And besides, well, co-hosting the Halloween Corpus with you was just about the most fun I've had since the gold rush. Will you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Ah, of course I can. It's all water under the bridge now. Get in here, Grave Diggory, you big softy.
Woohoo!
Ah, here's big Bobby H. Lobster as well. Perfect timing. Come on in.
What's up, Hal? So, what did I miss? What happened to the man in the waistcoat in the end?
Oh, it was brilliant, Bobby. Bogeyman was going to take over the Corpus and make it Halloween every day, but my dad managed to, banish him into purgatory because it turns out he owns the corporation. You should have seen it, mate. It was amazing.
You know, Hal,
I think I feel a song coming on. May I?
Oh yeah, do it, Bobby! That's what the Halloween Corpus is about after all! Right then, here we go, ladies and gentlemen in the lands of the living and the dead, a brand new song from Big Bobby H. Lobster. Here we go!
Rolling with the punches, ghosts don't take no slack. Working all the hours, God sends, and getting sweet nothing back. But those days are no more. The weenie man is mopped on the floor. The night is over and the Bogeyman is dead. Walking through the ghost town, chopping off the block, burning grooves with my beat up shoes as I'm staring at the clock. A spirit spreading the word, I'm living dead and free as a bird. The night is over and the Bogeyman is dead. Well, the Bogeyman keeps the devil on a plate, but he made no mistake, he only digs deeper. And if I'm lost in a spiritual place, this steeplechase will only get steeper. Talks of liberation on this Halloween. Specters fill all the rooms with shrill for an independent scene. A future dead looking dog, the weenie man is lighting the smoke. The night is over and the Bogeyman is dead. Alright, guitar. Well, the Bogeyman keeps the devil on a plate, but he make no mistake, he only digs deeper. Deeper. And if I'm lost in a spiritual place, this steeplechase will only get steeper. Ow! Rolling with the punches, ghosts don't take no slack. Working all the hours, God sends, and getting sweet nothing back. But those days are no more. The weenie man is mopped on the floor. The night is over and the Bogeyman is dead. Yeah. The night is over and the Bogeyman is dead. Yeah. The night is over and the Bogeyman is dead.
Oh, that was amazing! What a great spooky song! Big Bobby H. Lobster there with The Bogeyman is Dead. I said it before, I could have got him a record deal back in my management days, but now I've realised he's better off unsigned, doing his own thing, not answerable to anyone. And that goes to any of you budding musicians in the living world listening as well. Great job, Bobby.
Thanks, Hal. Hey, man, why don't you sing your song one more time?
Well, I suppose I could, yeah. But I'm not really a musician, though. How about you lot back me up?
Sure thing, Hal.
Dad, could you pass me my mandolin?
Yes, of course. There you go, son.
Dad, that's a mandarin.
Pardon?
Oh, never mind, Dad. I'll grab it myself. There it is. Here we go. The Hal Weeny song. Yeah! My name's Hal Weeny. I'm a ghost.
Halloween's the time of year that he loves the most. Wee-hoo!
He likes to have a laugh and tell spooky jokes.
Well, that's a good, clean body, a decent folk.
Oh yeah! One supernatural entity, but there's no need to be afraid of me. My name's Hal Weeny, I'm a ghost. I'm a supernatural entity, and Spook Street Cemetery is history. My name's Hal Weeny, I am your host, and I'm a ghost. Oh man, that was incredible! What a night, eh, chaps? Amazing! Not only did we save Halloween night, we also ensured that the Corpus stays undead, underground, and unsigned. Well, sadly, it's that time now where we have to all go. We have to call it a night. Things are starting to sort of combust and decompose around us. But we'll all be back next year, me and the gang, and we'll do it all over.
Wait!
What is it, Great Diggory?
I've got it! I've got a joke! I finally thought of a really good spooky joke!
Okay, well, alright, go on then. I do like to round things off with a good Halloween joke.
Okay. What do you call it when Hal Weeny takes the mickey out of you? A Hal Weeny roast!
That's a good one.
Oh my, that was brilliant, Great Diggory. Better than anything I could have thought of.
Sorry, did he just say we're having beans on toast? Wonderful.
Well, I can't think of anything that would round things off better than that. That's it for this year, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the Halloween Corpus Volume 2. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you next year. Take care and happy Halloween!